evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Good evening, Warren.
Good evening,
Good
Lisa.
evening, Warren.
How are you?
Good evening, Andrew.
Blake 7.
Yes.
You're joining
Yes.
us for Blake 7.
I am
Yes.
joining you for Blake
Episode
7.
3,
Yes.
Cygnus Alpha.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
From January 1978, Monday the 16th.
Just after the news?
Well,
5 to 7?
things that I might have seen today. Pebble Mill at 1. At 1. Followed by Bod's Apple.
What's apple?
Yes, narrated, of course, by John LeMage
Yeah.
and Maggie Henderson.
With a large G&T in his hand.
Music by Derek Griffiths. Words and pictures. Songs of praise from
Songs of praise.
from Port Talbot. Yeah.
But this, if you just go, that's the interesting thing.
Closed down for 15 minutes.
15 minutes.
Is it really worth it?
Whilst they sort of connect the cables up to Glamorgan, you know. But Play School, Barber Papa.
Barber Papa. Now that's the elephants, wasn't it?
That was the blobby thing. That
Was it?
He was.
Yeah, you think
I'll show you a
Baba-
picture of him afterwards. Yeah.
Right.
You think the
Barber
Baba-
Papa and Barber
Barber,
Mama.
yeah.
Jack
Not
and
Baba the elephant.
Jack and Ori with June Whitfield. The House That Sailed Away by Pat Hutchins.
It's a houseboat then.
Yeah, Hunter's Gold, News Round, Blue Peter, News Nationwide, Ask the Family. Tonight, the Macara family from Cupar, Fife, meet the Bell family from Stamford, Lincolnshire. I nearly read that as the Macra family, but as we all know, Macra do not exist.
4 for 5,
These little
5 for 4.
little crabs scuttle on.
Yeah. And this is Mr. Macra,
Say
who is a
again?
crab.
Was that nice? Teddy Tyke crabs.
Yeah. And their sons, Dinky Crab and Little Crab, who are crabs. 7:15, Blake 7, Cygnus Alpha. The third of a new space adventure series in 13 episodes. In the alien spaceship, which they have named Liberator, or not at the start of the episode,
No,
they
I
haven't.
haven't.
Nope.
Blake, Jenna and Avon plan to free the prisoners held on Cygnus Alpha. Panorama, 9 o'clock news, Washington behind closed doors. And tonight.
Okay.
But this whole thing about Cygnus Alpha, I just wanted to say, where you assume that Cygnus Alpha is quite close to the Earth, because it's, 8 months there and 8 months back.
Yeah.
But if you go sort of by the convention of astronomy in our sort of universe, Cygnus is the constellation. Alpha means it's the brightest star in the Cygnus constellation, which means it's the star Deneb, right? And that is 2,600 light years away. And if you're doing that in 8 months, that means you're going at nearly 4,000 nearly 4,000 times the speed of light.
With your choke full out.
So you've got your choke out to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's a bit weird. But Cygnus Alpha would still be the star. It wouldn't be the planet. You'd have to call it like Cygnus Alpha 3 or
Just
something
go on
like
your
that. Eh? You're going to get your weapon out? I
No,
don't
I just
blame you.
moved my weapon to my knee, so he said a little.
So this is
Little
probably, you said
mistake.
you haven't seen Blake 7 in umpty 3 years. Is that right, Warren?
Yes.
Yes.
53.
So when did you last see
You
Blake
have my
7?
weapon back now.
Thank you.
He's affected it. When did I last see it?
Yes.
Must be at least 4, 5, 6 years ago.
All right. Okay.
6 plus.
All right.
I haven't watched the first season for 6 plus, but I've watched the rest recently.
Okay.
Not recently, but in the last 6 years.
But on a planet, there's a bloke in some robes. As he said, he's got a dirty habit. Yeah, we're going to go down this route, aren't we?
Oh yes, we just paused there for effect.
And he's got a fire. And he said he's only just lit it.
Yeah, there's no ashes, no pile of anything. It's just a fresh fire, fresh pile of twigs, just like that.
Pamela Salem appears.
Why did I just slide into farmer then?
Pamela Salem appears.
She does.
And you got a stiff leg, didn't you?
My leg's gone stiff again.
And she looks up and there's a light in the sky.
Yes.
Yeah, which she seems pleased by.
Yes.
And she says it's a Federation ship with new souls for the faith. You get another shot of the London spaceship going over the same planet it went in, like in previous episodes.
It's almost a Space 1999 tribute.
Yeah,
with
really close to the planet's surface.
And it's made of Lego.
But Glyn Owens got the prisoners quiet.
Yeah.
And you get a little sort of flashbacky thing last time on Blake 7, don't you? Done in black and white.
In misty vision.
Yeah.
Misty vision.
Yeah.
But they're going to land in 48 minutes, and they got
And
this,
30 seconds.
and 30 seconds, and they got the suppressant vapour out.
Mm-hmm.
And Cygnus Alpha is described as not,
We got our own suppressant vapour here.
not being very hospitable. But yeah, so the Liberator's sort of flying by some planets.
Yeah.
All these planets seem to be very close together in some of these
A
shots.
heck of a close
Yeah,
together.
I wouldn't want to try and drive through there.
I
But
wonder if we could use the excuse it's the perception of the ship. That's why it doesn't take long to go between
Yeah.
planets.
Okay.
maybe. Blake's at the controls with Jenna.
Mm-hmm. Well, he's looking at the controls.
Yeah, he's having a goz at
What
the
does
controls.
this button do?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what about the controls on the ship? Yes.
Yeah.
And then this weapons storage unit,
Lights
they
up.
suddenly
Yes.
notice because it lights up.
Well, basically, I think Zen's, also see the computer, is messing with them.
Yeah,
So all of a sudden he goes, I'm going to light the weapons rack
and
up.
see what they do.
Ting!
I'm wondering if it's checking their morality.
Yes.
And you've got a big rack of these. Well, we have to describe them as curling tongs, don't we?
Yes.
Yeah, there was a big rack.
Though there is a line about them being toothpicks as well,
Yes.
which is quite funny. But yeah, the idea is that you only get one gun each, don't you?
Mm.
Which doesn't make a great deal of sense. Because you take the first one,
Mm.
and you try and take the second one, and it's hot.
Uh-huh.
But if you get your friend to take the next one,
Mm.
you can still hand people guns,
Yes,
can't you?
but it didn't make any
But once,
logical sense.
once it's out
Well-
of the rack, it can't do anything, can it? It's only when it's in the rack it can monitor.
Jenna had a pair in her hand when they
Yeah.
were out the rack.
That often happens,
Yeah.
yeah. But yeah, I've just put where in space are all the planets that keep going past.
Yes.
And you get some. They press the button, and you get the
G-force.
G-force effect, which seems to be. Is it John Pertwee in Ambassadors of Death getting a hairdryer blown in your face? So
Yeah.
everybody gets the wobbly cheek thing, don't they? As it goes faster than it ever does.
In reality.
Again.
Again, yeah.
Again, yes.
It never does that again.
No.
No, we've never pressed that button again.
No.
No.
And you get some
Do you
great.
think they put like a bit of plastic over it going, do
not press this
Do not
button
press,
again.
yes.
But you get some Terry Nation gobbledygook
Oh.
about
Mm.
the antimatter barrier and all that nonsense.
Mm.
But then sort of Paul Darrow gets a chance to do a little bit of OTT-ness
He
as he
does.
says, try that one, and then sort of braces himself
Yeah.
on the couch.
He
doesn't
does what's known as darrowing.
Some darrow. That's the
Darrowing.
first bit of darrowing,
Yeah,
isn't
first
it?
bit of darrowing. There'll be much more to come.
We love Darrow.
We do love darrowing. We love
But then a
darrowing.
mysterious voice, otherwise known as Peter Tundham,
Mm.
goes, "Welcome, Jenna Stannis." Have you
Well,
heard?
no, because she puts her hand over something.
right.
and
Oh,
she
oh,
can't-
that's right.
Yeah,
Jenna
she
has,
can't take it
It's
off.
almost
It's
as though
like-
she's being electrocuted.
sorry, I missed that. I just
Yeah.
put Jenna has a funny turn.
But
Yeah.
she does something, doesn't she?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like a sort of. I guess it must be something like a sort of. Well, it's a connection, isn't it, between
is,
you
yeah.
and the
Is it
ship?
telepathic circuits?
Yes, like
Yeah.
telepath. That's the word I was trying to remember.
Yeah.
Because I presume because all of them go through it except for Calais.
Callie.
Calais.
Calais, sorry.
Calais.
Calais, ukulele. Because she has a
She's
telepathic,
telepathic
link anyway.
already. Alright. But yeah, Zen makes himself known,
Mm-hmm.
and you get this big sort of globe thing on the wall, half globe, that lights up. And I says, is he made of like wood and flashing lights? Because I always thought he was made of wood.
He's got that sort of mahogany look about him.
Because it
hasn't he?
reminded
Yeah.
me of the Tom Baker season 14 console room.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
And it does
Yeah.
look a bit like that. So yeah, it's the only computer made of wood.
Can you, there's a little man inside with half-rimmed glasses who's dressed as a professor
Yeah.
in a tweed jacket and
'Cause-
leather things, very unhappy and grumpy.
Because you said the voice reminded you of Professor Yaffle.
Yes.
But yeah, this is Peter Tundham doing the first of several voices in the series. Have you heard his answer phone messages?
Yes, I
I've
have.
heard
Yeah.
them. I've
Yeah.
heard them
I'll
for,
have to
not
play
for a
them
while.
to you again
Yeah.
because I think it was Steve Cranford got him to record messages in character as the various computers that he does, and they're rather wonderful.
He was a very nice man. I did meet him once.
Yeah, I don't think I ever met him.
Yeah.
No. Right.
Very dapper.
But yeah, we go for standard speed.
It's a dapper voice.
But there are some noises off screen, aren't there? You said it
Somebody's knocked something over or
coughed,
sneezed or
Sneezed or
coughed.
coughed.
Or,
Yeah.
was, yeah.
yeah. It's just a noise. It's like a camera's hit something, or somebody's fallen over something, or knocked over something. Or...
But cut back to Pam Salem, who tries to do some sort of mystical stuff, because she says, I will go to the place of rebirth. And then I just wrote for a quick cough and a drag. Because it just made me think of like Tony Hancock on...
Gone down the bicycle shed for a smoke.
Yeah, but the London lands, and I just put thud.
God.
Yeah, because there isn't. It's like boom.
It's like someone's cut the strings holding it. It's just plummeted to earth.
And they're going to be there for 30 minutes, and you're not allowed to stretch your legs.
No.
Do you think there's somebody outside the London?
Eh?
Fill it up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm going to get some points on this one.
Triple green shield stamps. Yeah.
Love green shield stamps to buy a whole new spaceship.
I was going to say, yeah, a couple of crates full of tumbler glasses coming into there.
But now we get the discovery of the teleport bracelets, the teleport room, and all the control panels. So, in preparation for this, we watched Leslie Judd show you how to make your own teleport bracelet, didn't we?
Badly.
And what's it made out of? Cardboard and...
Cardboard and a bit of one of those plastic juice bottles that are you get rigid, that are ridged.
But you've got like a cosmic button.
A cosmic button.
Which made me think of Gus Honeyman. He had a magic button.
And some forked
Yeah,
foil.
you've got some foil that's well and truly forked.
Yeah.
It certainly was.
Yeah.
And
a button, but you've got to remove the shank.
You've got to have no
shanking buttons.
Yeah,
No.
yeah. So she got taken her shank off.
You get an adult to do it for you.
Yeah.
So I don't know who would do it here because there are no adults.
No adults, so and we're not supervised, are we? Really?
No. As you can tell.
Avon and Blake theorised what this could be for, and they worked on a research product.
Because it's got
Product?
in it.
Yeah.
A research product.
A research project. And we're back into Dalek Master Plan, aren't we? You know, when the mice, sending the mice off.
Yes.
Oh, poor mice.
Oh, poor mice.
Yeah.
The mice couldn't have done that.
And you said, where is the bridge in relation to the teleport room?
Because sometimes...
It seems to move about.
It does.
Because usually, I mean, she goes off, doesn't she, when the ship stops.
Yeah.
But usually it takes a while for them to get to the bridge because you have the passage of the they come back, and she takes seconds, doesn't she? It's
But
like,
Blake works out it's some sort of communicator.
Yeah.
So he goes, hello!
oh, his best telephone
Yeah,
voice.
his best-
Hello,
his
hello.
best posh voice.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, because he goes through several accents.
He
throughout
does
this,
go through
doesn't
several
he?
accents.
Yeah, it's
And
spot when he goes
doesn't
Welsh.
even need to
Oh,
go
yes.
to the pub.
No.
There's a story about that.
Really?
We'll get to it.
But yeah, the
Okay.
ship stops, everything is dead, and they're in orbit round Cygnus Alpha. At 1,000 spatials above the planet.
Yeah, so how can they, because later on there's a shot of the Liberator from the planet's
You can
surface.
see it
How can
clearly.
you see it if it's 1,000 spatials?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a long way.
But this is the first time Zen uses the word liberator.
Yes.
Yeah.
So he's basically chosen his own name, hasn't he?
We picked it from Jenna's
No,
mind.
picture from Jenna's Brine because the next word was, what was it? Playtex, wasn't it?
Yeah.
You were hoping, she was thinking of something you could use as a thing.
Yes.
But I like the way he says about you require a sort
Point
of
of reference,
visualization point, and he just goes, "Please look at the screen."
You're
Yeah.
feeling sleepy.
That's where we put Professor Yaffle.
Yeah.
But Avon says I'm free, so
Yes.
and Zen is being awkward. He won't tell them how to operate anything.
No.
Wisdom must be gathered,
Yes.
and I like the idea he's awkward.
Well, it's not as subservient, is it?
No.
He's obviously got. Also, it's a cultured computer who has, quite rightly has positions above his station, doesn't he?
Yeah.
He's above every kind of sort of life form because he's so intelligent, and it's Professor Yaffle arrogance, isn't it? Yeah.
But yeah, the prisoners disembark, and you've got a few extra.
On motorbikes, yeah.
You've got a few extra speaking parts in the form of Arco and Selman.
Yeah, but we've never seen them before,
Perhaps they
have
were
we?
in a different bit of the ship.
Yeah.
What, holding on to the back?
But Arco,
Yeah.
and
Jet ski.
Arco and Selman does sound like some sort of clothes shop, doesn't
Yes.
it? Yeah.
Or cheap, or low comedians?
Yeah.
Or solicitors.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely solicitors.
Yeah.
Space
Arco and
solicitors.
Selman.
Solicitors vanished to the
Conveyancing at your service.
conveyancing.
Conveyancing.
Yeah. But who's this? Peter Childs.
Peter Childs and
Who else is there?
David.
Oh.
No, it's not.
Ryle.
Dave Ryle. Yes.
Yeah, so-
Sorry.
I remember I did look it
Yes,
up. But
well-
Vila and Gan are still nattering to each
Yes.
other.
Yes.
And there's some talk of easy living planets. I
Yeah.
wonder what those consist of.
Yes,
I
I
don't know.
wonder.
The London takes off,
Mm-hmm.
and they start to explore the surface.
And they open because they're at this point they're pinned.
They're in a
penned
cage
in.
sort of thing.
And he
aren't they?
presses the button and the door goes.
Good job they remembered to press the button.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
or they'd be stuck there.
Forever.
Yeah.
Yeah. Be a rather short
They'd have
episode.
to eat each other.
Yeah.
But that would be a lot.
Gan would win. There's a load of bubbling pools of stuff. And Pam Salem comes over and has a beckon, doesn't she?
Yeah.
I was about to say she's about to have a Beckham.
Yeah.
Does he insist on a beckon? I don't like a beckon. But yeah, she beckons at Gan to come and get it,
Yeah.
basically. And Gan goes for a look.
Get it here.
Yes, it is,
And then Vila just does the Alan Partridge thing, doesn't he?
Yeah, yeah.
Gan! 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 He's not heard me. Gan! Arco!
Oh, bless you.
But Gan comes across a figure
Yes.
on a sort of cross thing, isn't
It's a
it?
thing on a crucifix.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
But
there's
it's a crossed crucifix.
and there's a
It's
sign that
There is
says,
a term for that. I can't
yeah, he's
remember
all
what
sort of
it is,
mummified, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's been there a
It's
while.
been there quite a long while. Yes.
How do you know it's a he? Because it had long hair.
Okay.
It's been there a long while.
It's
It.
and there's a wooden sign
Yes.
that somebody's
way up.
knocked up. It
Yeah.
says, "So perish unbelievers."
Do you reckon they did that with a hammer and chisel?
Yeah.
Oh, bugger.
And I bet if you turn the sign over, it said five bananas or something like that.
Five bananas.
Five bananas.
We are closed.
Yes. But yeah, please keep on the grass or something like that. But Blake tests the teleport, and this is achieved by Avon pressing random buttons.
buttons.
Doesn't it? You know, gets it right on the third attempt, which
It's quite worrying.
and he presses one button and about 12 all light up at once. So yeah, we get the teleport, which is the
What do the green things do?
I don't know.
But you know you've got the light up
Well,
buttons.
we
and
might
you've got
find
the
out
rows of
next
green
time.
things,
We might
isn't it?
find
Yeah.
that.
We
We
might-
probably might.
We'll
Well, they're
keep
just
we'll
circuit
keep an eye
boards.
on the buttons
Perhaps
next
they're just
time.
circuit boards.
But teleport down, you get the sort of outline effect, and the first of
Shall we do
many,
it? Boom, boom, boom.
many Dudley teleport jingles, which
Yeah.
goes something like wow, bum
Bum,
bum
bum,
bum
bum,
bum
bum,
bum
bum,
bum bum bum, diddly diddly diddly. And they
It's nice to have a Dudley in the corner now and again, isn't
and they're
it?
different every time.
Yeah.
They're subtly different.
It's not as though it's some kind of incidental music that a
And
certain
you
character will
really
have,
feel
isn't
their
it?
absence in Duel because they're
Yeah.
not in Duel because it's a Dougie Canfield one.
Canfield, yeah.
And I just said, is it nippy out? Because nobody's put a coat on, have
No.
they?
No, that's right.
And you notice that there's a load of photo background sort of things that they walk past, isn't there? That those work quite well.
They
Those
do.
shots,
They're lit
actually.
properly,
Yeah.
aren't they? They're lit from below as opposed to above where the shadow would be cast.
But Blake then gets chased by a load of Golden Wonder friars. who
Yes,
says,
the potato fryers.
sinister-looking sorts in long robes. And to escape, he runs up some gravel.
Yeah, or tries to.
That would be ridiculous at the gravel. There's someone just waiting for him
Yeah,
at the top, isn't there? Yeah.
obviously, yeah.
Now, meanwhile, back on the ship, Avon's clearly found the W.H. Smith franchise that's on board the Liberator,
Yeah.
as he's sticking little kids' sticky
Sticky
labels
stickers,
on
that
things,
does that.
on all the buttons.
That
so
does
but
that.
where does this come from?
Yeah. Where did he find it?
Did he find it in the stationery
But
cupboard?
the thing is, if you look at the pictures,
Yeah.
there's only 2 hooped things on the buttons, but there are more missing off of the actual.
All right, he's
Sticky
been,
label
was he been
itself.
sticking all the
There's been
stickers on
stickers
Jenna's arse or
everywhere.
something? But
You won't
yeah,
mind the Liberator, there's stickers
Stickers
everywhere.
everywhere.
Yeah.
toilet, flush,
Flash, that's what it'll
Yeah.
be.
yeah,
Absolutely.
flush and not eject.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Don't press this button, that's the emergency call. That
Oh,
makes
God.
somebody come to the toilet and help you out.
Oh, yes.
Like
the
happened to
little
you.
light, yes.
That happened to you, didn't it?
Yes.
You pulled the cord and a man came and helped you? Yeah, you don't want to talk about that.
No,
Um,
he touched me. Carry on.
But yeah, unless he like secreted these sticky labels on himself before he got on the London,
Which I can't believe he would have done, because the London would be covered in
and he
them.
kept them down his pants or something all this time. I don't know.
Oh, you mean he hasn't changed his pants for 8
Well,
months?
nobody's changed their clothes.
No.
Oh,
No,
that's
no.
just wrong.
That is just wrong.
But
Plus, they're self-cleaning
Blake does some
clothes.
stunts, and he rolls
Sorry,
down. He rolls down a hill.
Oh,
Oh,
right, yes.
Gareth Thomas.
Gareth Thomas does some
Yes.
shape.
Does some
Stunts.
shale stunts.
Yeah,
Stunts, sorry.
and they managed to teleport him up. Is
Just
it?
in
Don't
time.
drive, keep
Eventually.
going.
Just in time.
Keep it pressed down. I am keeping it pressed down. I don't know what they're talking about. But Jenna eventually finds the right button. So Avon's not as clever as he thinks he is.
No.
No, literally, she just presses a random button.
Yeah.
What does this one do? Oh, that's the
I
right
mean,
one.
Avon covers his fallibility up with his
I
actions.
wondered if you were to say what he covered up really?
With his stickers.
stickers.
Yes.
How many stickers does he need?
And only a few, because there weren't that many missing.
Right, okay. Blake doesn't refer to the... it's KP fryers anyway.
It is
Fries,
KP
yeah.
fries,
Yeah.
yes.
Not the Golden Wonder
It's
fries.
potato.
Yeah. So Blake doesn't refer to the KP fryers
No.
at all.
No.
He's a bit economical with the truth here,
He is,
to be
isn't
honest.
he? Yeah.
He doesn't
Yes.
say how much danger there is on the planet.
Because they're all bugger off, won't they,
Yes.
basically?
Villa refers to the architecture as was it early
Maniac.
Early Maniac.
Yeah.
yeah
And the character's humour is starting to sort of
yeah.
bleed through now.
Well, it's
isn't
to
it?
cover being frightened, isn't it? Yeah.
Absolutely.
Pam Salem appears and says she's the servant of your god, and apparently the god is called Neil.
Yeah.
Come to that later.
Yeah,
Come to that
that's
later,
not
yeah.
our joke, but that's the Milk Boys joke. But yeah, and Gan gets some kissy, doesn't
Yes.
He does, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Yes.
Bit frisky, wasn't he?
Well, is it, you pointed out, Lisa, she clearly picks on the biggest one.
She does.
Why does she pick
Why
the
did
biggest
she
one?
pick the big one for?
Because Gan is the tallest
member.
of the group.
So she picks on the biggest
she picks
member.
on the biggest member. Because he's obviously, in her mind, the leader of the gang. Like Vargas will.
He's the leader of the, he's the leader of the pack.
But he's a big member. Okay.
Like she's down again.
You try doing this. Go on, bad boy.
Bad, honestly, right.
Right.
Okay. Blake teleports down again.
Yeah. And Avon starts being unreliable, doesn't he?
Yes.
When did he start being reliable?
Well,
More unreliable, I'd say, than
but
usual.
Blake does a bit of a Jack Douglas
He does.
teleport. doesn't he? He like falls down.
Well, he teleports him onto a little slope, doesn't he? So he's sort of,
Do
way.
you think he's half cut?
Possibly.
But yeah, it's like Jack Douglas is, yeah, and he creeps into the crypt where there's a load of chanting, and it sounds like Peter Butterworth's got his LP out.
Yes.
Doesn't he?
He's long player out again, yeah.
And you said there's a Vogon head on the wall.
Yes.
It was, yeah, I
There's
noticed
a statue head that
Yeah.
looks like a Vogon. And then Z Victor 1 Deliberator,
Yeah.
it's blessed.
It's
that.
Brian Blessed.
Makes a quiet,
A quiet-
serene,
He's
Yeah.
about blessed
measured
factor,
answer.
Very
blessed
measured,
factor
yes.
6 at about
Yes,
this point.
yes,
isn't it?
yes.
Yeah.
Which
we
is
will,
quite quiet.
we will measure the
right.
blessed factor.
Yes.
The chandeliers are slightly rocking.
Yeah, but
yeah,
they're not
too
too
bad.
bad at the
Not
moment.
too
no,
bad.
no, no.
And you said he's got rat tail hair.
Yes.
He had that horrible 1980s rat tail at
Yeah.
the back.
Basically, they want him to have a ponytail, but he hasn't got enough hair, so they've
No.
done the best they can with what
Which
was
is
there.
actually quite, considering in the next 2 or 3 years, that would be the yuppie look with the horrible rat
Yeah.
tail at the back.
But then the prisoners get handed out the extra strong mints,
Yes.
don't they, on a plate.
They've got a sickness.
Yeah,
They've got a dose, haven't they?
they've got a dose of the mints. And you imagine them all going,
That was going to be your line you were going to warn me about. Pamela Salem's giving them a dose of the mints.
What's the next bit?
there's an old watering can.
There's a what?
A watering can.
Oh, it's a watering can that
watering
they've
can.
sprayed.
A sort of rusty old thing.
Make it look rusty and horrible.
Where are we? Go on.
Maximum range of the teleport. They
Yeah.
work
Yeah.
out what
They
would
try and
happen
yes.
if you teleported into space and you'd explode, basically.
This is going to be important later.
Mm.
Yes.
This is Terry Nation going plot point,
Is he plot pointing on the floor, is he?
Right, yeah.
Right.
There's a scraping sound, which is a bloke sharpening his weapon. And a load of groaning from the prisoners.
Yes. This hasn't degenerated at all, this video.
No.
Actually. Right.
Serious. Okay. The prisoners are all groaning.
Yes, because they're all sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've got a dose of the mints.
Yeah, Blake goes to find them, and Gan explains what's happened.
Yeah. Now there's a load of candles around here.
Working with you is like Peter Cook and Dudley Moore.
And where did the candles come from?
Yeah, because I said, where the hell did the candles come from?
But there have been people on this planet for many, many years, so perhaps they've learned how to make them.
What from?
But yeah, Blake and Gan have
Candle fat?
Tallow?
Blake and Gan have a natter,
People, yeah.
and basically they're confined until they're well, but they can't leave because they're all infected with the curse of Cygnus.
Yes.
Cygnus. Yeah.
Cygnus.
The
Cygnus
curse of
of
Cygnus.
yeah.
Which you get 2 hours after arrival and is with you for the rest of your life.
Yes.
Yeah. The line I wasn't going to read out is that they've got a dose of the squares.
There's no paper making facilities there, is there?
But
hence the bubbling puddles and pools when they arrived.
But they've got to have this drug every day for the rest of their lives.
Oh, they'll die.
And I said, how is it made? Because if you're making extra strong mints that are drugs, you've got to have some serious chemistry going on there.
Yeah.
But Blake is nobbled,
Yes.
and Jenna changes her cosy
Yes.
as she finds a pink thing to wear.
Pink thing, yes.
No, sorry about this, boys and girls.
Okay.
Oh, right, okay.
Here we
Blake
go.
7, the novelisation by Trevor Hoyle. Right.
Do you want to load the gun or shall I?
Jenna appeared in the doorway and softly called his name. Avon casually looked round.
What version are you reading here?
Avon casually looked round, then sat straight up. No, sat up straight, sorry.
It's even worse.
His eyes popping out of his head.
Oh, Lord.
His first thought was to wonder how a beautiful and sexy star maiden had managed to get aboard the Liberator, and it took all of 10 seconds for him to realise it was Jenna, attired in the most magnificent and rather revealing space-age costume. She stood in the doorway, well aware of the stunning effect and revelling in Avon's goggling admiration, her expression one of impish seductiveness. That looks, Avon swallowed, incredible. He got slowly to his feet.
He swallowed incredible?
And gazed at her with real appreciation. You think it does something for me? Janet inquired coyly, posing for him. Avon nodded dumbly. It does something for me too, he confessed. There you go.
Well.
Porn version.
Oh dear, something's fallen off.
Yeah, I think it has.
Meanwhile, Avon was occupying his time
Amorous Avon.
by having a probe in the circuit.
Yes,
He
so he's
was.
pulled all the circuit boards out.
That'll be useful.
He's going to have a good old probe.
But Jenna says there's a costume room. So like
Mr. Ben.
I was going to say, is there a bloke with a fez?
Yeah.
That lets you in.
Good morning, Mr. Avon.
What would you like to try? Avon comes out in a suit of armour or something. Yeah.
I imagine him actually in the safari outfit.
All right. Okay.
He said that.
And then there's another room as well that you should have a look at.
Down at the end.
Down
Yeah.
here, next to W.H. Smith's.
Yes.
But yeah. Blessed looking at. What's that say? Oh, the ship.
Oh yeah, but you see the ship again.
You
It's
see
so
the
close.
ship. Yeah.
They're almost waving out the window at him, aren't they? Hello, it's Brian Blessed.
We just put the spaceship hasn't gone far. I think they left the
Do you think
handbrake
they
on.
can
or
hear
something.
Brian from up there?
Probably.
Yeah.
But yeah, Blessed takes a fancy to Blake's weapon and his teleport bracelets, and apparently he's descended from the original prisoners. And
Patrick McGowan.
now the Blessed factor starts to go creep up now.
Yes.
Blessed factor 8, I think we're up to,
Yes.
because he wants followers in new worlds. Blake gets taught a lesson by some bloke who's got some old iron.
Some old iron.
Yeah, and it does him some damage, but by the sound of what's happening off screen.
Yes.
Avon comes in and he's found the other room that Jenna's on about, which we've christened the cheap tat room.
Yes.
Because it's like he's like they've been an instant sale in Sale of the Century,
And this is the rubbish that they threw out.
and there's a load of cheap jewellery, isn't there?
Cheap paste costume
Oh,
jewellery.
terrible costume jewellery, aren't they?
So not only have we got like W.H. Smith, we've got Ratner's in there as well.
It would have helped if they'd have just got jewels.
Yeah, but,
Rather than that
Um,
cheap tat.
yeah, cheap tats.
Yeah.
but Avon said about the choice between rich or dead and whatever.
Yeah, dead rich.
But Jenna wants to wait for Blake to come back.
So they give
Give
him
him
an hour.
Yeah.
Did she say that seductively in the book?
But yeah, but now they're withholding the drug from the prisoners
Mm-hmm.
No
to,
more extra
to
strawberries.
sort of get Blake's cooperation, and one
Yes.
will be sacrificed.
Mm-hmm.
Now Gareth Thomas gets to do a bit of speechifying,
He does.
Yes, doesn't
He
he?
does.
Yeah.
and we've
And
put,
he goes full on Shakespeare.
He does,
doesn't
yeah.
Yes.
and we've had Blessed Factor 8. Well, this
Yes.
is Thomas Factor 8. I
This
think
is
now.
the gloves are off now.
Yes. He's seen the
Yeah.
competition.
Yeah.
He's got to meet the competition.
2 old sweats going for
Yeah.
full ham now.
Yeah.
But yeah, he does go almost Welsh.
Almost Welsh at one
Almost
point.
Welsh,
Yes.
Yeah. But yeah, you can die. Was that station?
Die station.
Oh, you can die
Die station.
station.
You can,
Right.
you can no. It's, you can live here as slaves.
Or you can die
You can die. Yeah.
station.
So,
But Blessed's got a prostrate friend
yeah.
He has got
on the,
prostrate, yeah.
On the stairs.
and he fires the gun, which claps the ears.
Claps the ears indeed.
Yeah, Blake and his chums. And then there's a group of prisoners who aren't really bothered.
No, they just sat
they're
there.
extras. They're
Yeah,
not allowed
just
to
not
do
gonna say
anything.
anything.
The fact that one actually gets to shake his head is enough.
Yeah.
He's
The
like
one with the
saying,
really
no,
bad beard and
Yeah,
the
it's
tash.
like,
Yeah.
it's like,
yeah.
are you going to go?
Avon's pacing up and down, ready to leave,
Yeah.
but they've still got 6
6
minutes.
minutes.
The chanting record gets put on again,
Yeah.
and you said Vicar of Dibley.
Yeah.
Because they've all got different costumes on. They're all different colours, aren't they? The robes are like purple.
But
and
Gan's
red
going to
and
be
stuff.
sacrificed.
Because he's the biggest one.
Yeah, because he's the biggest member. And then we get a studio fight,
Oh,
On film.
a lot of fish.
and then we get a fight on film. Yeah.
A lot of fish slapping.
There's a scrabble for the bracelets, and you like the bit where Vila gets his.
Yes.
He sort of
Oh.
He sort of pops up from under the table, doesn't he? Grabs the bracelet and goes back down again.
It's like a child that's grabbing the food from the
Yeah.
wedding
and then
table,
you're going to
goes
hide
up
under the
and
table
eat
to
it.
eat it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Gan's going to get sort of
Prodded.
hit by something.
Yeah.
A spear.
A spear.
A spear.
Oh, that's right. Yes.
And Pam shouts Gan.
Pamela takes it for
Pam
Gan.
shouts
doesn't
Gan!
Yes.
it?
And
Gan.
then she gets
And
it.
then she gets it instead. And you
Yeah.
said she liked
She did like him because she looked upset when they were going to sacrifice him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was even more upset when she had a weapon in
A
her
spear
ribs.
in her ribs, yeah. Well, you would.
You spotted Hartnell's chair, you said, as well.
Yeah, Charles chairs in the just by the door.
Yeah. But yeah, Blake, Gan and Vila
He
and
managed to escape.
escape. And you
Yeah.
said there's a comedy door moment.
Yeah.
And Gan's holding the door
Yeah.
shut and there's people trying to get through and then he opens it.
And they all fall
They
out.
all
They all
fall
fall
out. Yeah. It's
'Cause-
almost a Scooby-Doo moment,
Because
isn't
they
it?
don't get because they get the bracelets on, but they don't get teleported up immediately because Jenna and Avon are doing the stare of death as to who's going to
Yeah,
win.
it's all sort of arse about face.
Yeah.
To what is happening first, whether the conflict on the Liberator is happening or whether the conflict on the ground is happening.
Or if it's happening at the same time.
It's happening at the same time, yeah, but unfortunately the presentation is a bit
Yes,
confusing.
Yes.
Yeah.
The Vogon statue gets zapped by the gun.
Yeah.
And then there's a comedy jump from Gareth Thomas.
Or
There's-
a stuntman.
Or a stuntman,
Stuntman.
because there's two blokes with more spears or something,
Yeah.
isn't
And he
it?
sort of jumps. He sort of
Jumps
flips
between
over
them.
it, doesn't he? Yeah.
But Brian's got the gun
Yes.
and he's teleported up.
Yes.
And as you pointed out, clearly there are two teleport
There are two
bays.
teleports at this
Yeah,
place.
Because
Never
he
seen it
crosses
before,
from
yeah.
behind the camera.
Yes.
And he said he's got white trainers
He
on.
has. Pristine white.
Pristine, aren't they?
Perhaps his followers clean them every day.
Perhaps they do. Perhaps they
Their
do.
tongue.
Perhaps that's what that prostrate man was
Well, that's what
doing
he's doing.
on
He
the
was
step.
cleaning his trainers.
Cleaning his trainers,
With
yeah.
his tongue.
But yeah, Blessed, goes up to Blessed Factor 10.
Yes.
doesn't he?
Yes.
I bet he'd be
There
a
are
god.
beads of sweat breaking out on his brow.
Yeah.
And he's teleported into space and he explodes into flames.
Yes.
Don't know
And
quite how
bits.
that works.
Yeah.
He's still shouting even when he's
He
exploded.
is,
Exploded, yes.
yeah.
The Liberator then gets scanned by a detector beam from a fleet of ships.
There's at least three.
Three.
Yeah.
And it's Federation pursuit
Pursuit
ships, pursuit ships who are in pursuit. So they run off, and they can outrun them probably, but they'll keep coming, and they need to learn how to handle the ship. Tune in next week.
And then they'll stop running.
End credits, and it's directed by Vila Gan.
Yes.
Yay.
Spear here.
Spear.
dear.
But Warren,
Yes,
did you enjoy that?
Yes, I found it rather enlightening.
Yes.
It's nice to see it after such a long period of time.
Oh, Phyllis stabs somebody as well.
Oh yeah,
Oh, yes, he does,
Vila
yeah.
Gan has a knife in
Yeah,
his
a bit
hand
of
with some
Kensington
gore.
gore.
Yeah.
Oh, lovely bit of Kensington on that, wasn't
Proper colour as well, not
Yeah.
that horrible bright red that you sometimes
it? No,
get.
it's that's Phyllis' first kill as well,
It
isn't it?
is.
Yeah.
But all good fun. I think it's still
Yeah.
rattling along.
Yeah.
And you've got a lot of stuff being put into place here with the Liberator and the teleport and the guns and
Yeah.
everything. So, all this we'll see again, from week to week now. But this is where we first encounter it.
It was good fun, wasn't
And
it?
I like the mystery of Zen.
Yeah.
That, Zen is not just a useful computer. There's clearly something a bit more to him than we've necessarily learnt about yet. And I like that mystery.
Yeah. And he doesn't like, actually, because this is, again, in the book Liberation, which we mentioned in the last video, or the one before, whichever one it was, they mention how unhelpful he is, because he doesn't actually, he knows there are dangers, but he doesn't tell you about it.
No.
He lets you work it out, and then he
You
says,
learn
oh, that
from-
was dangerous.
Well, it's one of two things. You either learn from your folly
Oh, you die.
or you die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because maybe he only wants decent people on the ship. And
Intelligent people.
Yeah.
Intelligent people. I think he wants an intelligent conversation,
Yeah.
and he's not going to get it in any of those. However arrogant Avon thinks he is, and however intelligent Avon is through his arrogance, he is no way even scratching the surface of Zen.
Okay. Well, there you go. Well, thank you for that.
No, thank you.
We did that in quite a lot of fun, and we apologise for the giggling,
Yeah.
but it's our sense of humour. And yes,
Yeah.
there's an awful lot of enjoyment here, just what's intended,
Yeah.
and also what's perhaps
What's
not intended.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I think that's
I just think that's
that's
for
the
a
best
love
of
for the
both
programme,
worlds,
isn't it?
yeah.
Really, yeah.
But there we go.
Yeah.
Right, Cygnus Alpha.
Yeah.
See you all again
Okay.
for the next episode.
Okay.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.